Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you again to What the Bell Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chaz Bell Sr. Hope everybody's had a good week thus far. Tomorrow's Friday. Sometimes I wish every day was Friday, but we can't get that lucky. But again, thanks for tuning in today. And I told, as I mentioned earlier this week, um, being that I mainly want to talk about the NFL, um, I mentioned that I have a passion for college football. So I want to talk a little bit about that today, on top of some good matchups, and then I want to linger on to the NFL this weekend matchups, interesting games, and just talk a little bit about that. So getting right to it, one game I think is going to be very interesting is Illinois, the Fighting Illini, against Nebraska. And a lot of people might think like, well, what's interesting about that? Well, to me, that is Big Ten ball. So anybody in the conference with the Ohio State Buckeyes, that's interesting to me. So I pay that attention because conference play comes down to the end. Although I expect for my team to always be at the top when it's all said and done. But another thing, they both are quiet 3-0. So you know, regardless, I know when you start in college football, your first few games are normally against teams that's not ranked or really not that good. But it's a lot of teams that surprise, and it's been some games that uh, took some people there. Make you wonder, like, oh, and speaking on that, this SEC football, but last weekend, Georgia and the Kentucky Wildcats. Georgia number one. Excuse me, they're number two right now. Texas number one. Um, they almost lost. So as powerful a team as the Georgia Bulldogs are, they almost lost to the Kentucky Wildcats. So and it was a good game, low scoring game. They won by 1 point. So again, you can't really say who should beat who and who's better than who, and anybody can lose on any given day. So that's just that. So anyway, Illinois and Nebraska, I think that's going to be a interesting thing. And just last week, they both had 30 plus points. I think Illinois had exactly 30. They did. And Wisconsin had like I'm sorry, Nebraska had like 36. They really didn't play nobody, but still that was some high scoring on both of their parts. So that's gonna be real interesting. And for people who are impatient for Saturday college football, the good thing about this game will make it interesting again is it comes on tomorrow, Friday night, 8 o'clock. So tune into that. That's gonna be exciting. I believe so. I'm gonna check it out myself. Uh, Georgia Tech at Louisville. Excuse me, at Louisville, the Cardinals. Lamar Jackson's old team. Um, that should be another interesting game. That's gonna be Saturday afternoon. Um, the UCLA Bruins at Louisiana State LSU University. I like the Bruins coach. He's a new coach. Uh, it's good to see uh, our people getting good head coaching positions in college football. It's something that's been lacked for big college names. So I'm happy for that guy. I don't know too much about him. Don't know his history. I know of his image. I seen his press conference, and the man was straight to the point. He understands the game. So I just hope they have some success. And speaking on the LSU Tigers, Louisiana State, they coach Brian Kelly. Um, some people don't know how to take him. Um, Sometimes he leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Um, and I say that because I believe in 2005 or '06 he became a UC Bearcats head coach. He was with Central Michigan before that for 3 years. He was with the Bearcats for 3 years. He had a pretty decent record. He definitely lifted them up better than where they were. So he came in and kind of changed the football program, and he did well. The thing about me, where he leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I just can't forget his last season with us. Uh, it was like 2 weeks before the bowl games. He pretty much just deserted the Bearcats. Um, he stopped participating in everything. Didn't even prepare and help prep the team to go down um, to Florida. They actually it was the citrus. No, not the citrus. It was the Sugar Bowl against the Florida Gators. And at that time, uh, um, the Gators was just a very big, powerful, way more powerful team than us. And we went down there and got destroyed. We lost. It was like 55-20 or something like that. We were way out of our league. But you gotta. It's your job to finish what you start. You don't take a team from the start and then take them all the way up the hill and then you're not right there with them. So for him to desert their team, I lost a lot of respect for him, especially because it's our home team. But the game must go on. So at least they went down there and did all they could. But with that being said, and I remember too. I remember when that happened. I forgot how many college students they found out where this man lived at, and they went and toilet paper his whole house. Man, he had toilet paper on the trees, on flowers, on his porch. They kind of did him dirty. They took it real personal. I understand, but some things ain't cool. But anyway, that's Louisiana State's Brian Kelly. Go ahead, UCLA, get that win. I think another pretty decent game. USC, the Trojans against the Michigan Wolverines. Welcome to the Big Ten, USC. They came up. I think they were in a Pac-10 or Pac-12. I'm not really sure, but now they converted over to the Big Ten with the Buckeyes, with Michigan, along with a lot of other teams. That should be an interesting game. So, even though Michigan is not what they were, they lost a wonderful running back last season. They lost a pretty good quarterback last season. So they really in rebuilding. They got a new head coach. Don't know too much about that guy, but it doesn't matter. Again, I'm Ohio State, so they're in our conference. So I want to see everybody be unsuccessful when it comes down to that. So that's another good college game to check out on Saturday. As far as the top three teams. First, number one, Texas Longhorns. They play Louisiana Monroe, a small college, a small team. Pretty sure they're not gonna have a problem getting a dub there. Even though I said anybody can beat anybody on any given football day, but them Longhorns, man, they defense, man. Overall offense, they played great on both sides of the ball, and they got young Archie Manning quarterbacking right now, because I believe their quarterback got hurt, and he came in and shined and got his shine on. So we'll see where they go at from there. And they got a wonderful free safety, number 4. Not really sure his name, but I know his position. And that boy playing safety, he's all over the field, man. He watch out for him. He's all over the field, man. He did his thing. The number 2 team, Georgia Bulldogs. So we just I spoke about. They have a bye. So they'll come back the following week, which is going to be a hell of a game. They are playing the number 4 team, Alabama Crimson Tide. So that's big SEC football right there. Down south, two juggernauts. So, and that game is somebody's gonna be upset at the end of that game because they both ranked in the top 5. So that's definitely a game to check out. Not this Saturday. It'll be the following Saturday when Georgia comes out for their bye. And lastly, the number 3 ranked team, my Ohio State Buckeyes. We are at home against Marshall. We should go and destroy them. Buckeyes play very well at home. We got a lot of home games this season, more than I think we ever really had, to be honest. I'm not going to take Marshall lightly because you're not supposed to, but we're the better team overall on paper, on film, overall. So we should go in and handle our business. I'm looking forward to it. Buckeyes was off they had a bye last week, so wasn't able to see them play. So I'm excited that they're coming back out. this weekend. Saturday they play at noon, 12 o'clock. So, um, that's a little bit of college insight, just to talk about a few things to look forward to. If you're interested in things of that nature. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of NFL talk. We know we're coming up on Big Sunday. Um, but let's go back to Monday Night Football. We had the Falcons at the Eagles. The Falcons won that game, 22-21. What's going on with these one score wins? Like, come on, that's just shows a sign of good football. Be honest with you, that's a good sign. 1 point, yeah, that's deep. Kirk Cousins led his team. He was 20 of 29, 2 touchdowns, 241 yards. He did enough to get his team that win. So shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, which is my brother Durrell's favorite team. Shout out to my brother Durrell Bell. Tonight, Thursday night, we got the New England Patriots at the Jets. There go that Aaron Rodgers again. I like Aaron. I don't have no love for the New England right now because they gave us that first loss. So that's still a little bitter right now. But hopefully the Jets pull it off. I like the Jets. I always had it. For some reason, man, I always dug them. And the Giants. I don't even know how I like these New York teams, but I got not necessarily love for them, but I want to see them be successful. I want to see them do better because you got teams in the NFL you like besides your team, and I'm Who Dey Bengals to the death. Orange and black is going through my veins, but I've always liked the New Orleans Saints. I grew up liking the Washington Redskins at the time. The Cowboys with Emmett, Troy, Daryl Johnston, Jay Novacek, the tight end, Michael Irvin. They was monsters, man. They was winning Super Bowls back to back before the Patriots, before Tom Brady was even thought of. So I was big on them. And then I started taking a like to the Giants, and I started taking a like to the Jets. So again, shout out to them. Hopefully the Jets can pull it off. Aaron Rodgers back this season. He went down the first game of last season, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows. So hopefully he can stay healthy and get that win tonight for those guys. All right, now. Well, let me get into some NFL matchups this weekend. We just went over the Thursday night game, Patriots and Jets. We got the New York Giants at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland came off of that win against Jacksonville last week. Cleveland's in the AFC North with my Cincinnati Bengals, so I want to see them lose. No, I'm just kidding. That's to be an interesting game. Yeah, we playing for our division and we playing for the AFC. So let's go, Giants. We got the Chicago Bears at the Indianapolis Colts. The Bears don't seem like they were too happy last weekend. Houston Texans at the Minnesota Vikings. Again, I got a lot of love for Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud is a young, great leader. I believe he's going to be very successful now. I think he'll do his career in Houston, his whole career. And Joe Mixon back there running that rock, man. So much love to them. The Eagles at the Saints. Philadelphia coming off that loss Monday night. So I'm pretty sure they're not feeling too well. The Saints coming off of that huge win against Dallas. Man, I can't say no more about them putting up their first 6 drives, touchdowns. So I don't see them even letting the foot off the gas at all. If I'm them, I'm not. LA Charger at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, AFC North right there with the Bengals, same division. Never liked them, so I'm not going to act like I like them. Only thing I like about the Pittsburgh Steelers is Mike Tomlin. I think he's a very hell of a wonderful coach. I believe he was a defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings before he got an opportunity to be a head coach. So shout out to Mike Tomlin. He kind of looked like my cousin JB. If y'all know JB, if you know, you know. We got the Denver Broncos at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been playing real well. Quietly, I think they're going to be a shocker team this season, man. They playing real good ball, and quarterback is really running that team, man. He's doing a hell of a job, man. I don't know why Cleveland got rid of him, to be honest with you, but they did what they had to do. Green Bay at Tennessee. Carolina at Las Vegas Raiders. Um, Sunday afternoon, got Miami at Seattle. Also, Detroit at Arizona. Shout out to Arizona. Baltimore at Dallas. That should be interesting because Baltimore just had that last minute loss um, to Las Vegas Raiders Sunday. That was a hell of a game. Dallas just got smashed. We just talked about that. So both of them guys is feeling away. San Francisco. I know they still ain't got their beast, they dog back yet. At the LA Rams. Kansas City at Atlanta Falcons. Then Monday. I don't know why I'm saying this. My Cincinnati Bengals, I know we play Monday. I don't know why they got Jacksonville and Buffalo also. Huh. Anyway, well, that's a shocker to me. 2 games on Monday night. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to focus on one. That's Washington at the Jungle. Monday night, 8:15. I can't wait for that, man. I'm impatient. I wish it was on Sunday. But I think my Bengals will come out and bounce back. I think they'll do what's necessary to get the win. The first game we didn't play well at all. Second game we showed an improvement. We moved the ball. Very well. Defense played real good. So if the Bengals are consistently going to get better and keep playing and get better, we will be that team that everyone expects us to be. Will be the team that they are expecting to be, and I think we start going uphill from here. I think if we come out on all cylinders, not afraid to take chances, we do need to get our guy Jamar the ball more. We got to get him more involved. We got to start switching up our running backs and running the ball more consistently. Don't get away from it. Build that run, make it stronger. Repetition, keep going, don't stop. I need Sam Hubbard to step up this weekend. Monday. Trey Hendrickson, hopefully he continues to play the way he was. And if we do that and lock it down on all cylinders, I don't see why the Bengals can't come out and get this first win. So much love to the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, that's just a quick little college football talk and a little NFL talk. So check some of them games out, man. Leave some comments, like and subscribe if you dig it. I'm your host Chaz Bell. And I appreciate you guys for tuning into What the Bell Sports Talk. I'm out. Have a good one. Good weekend. See you Monday. Peace.